Well, last week was an interesting week for the Gamecock men's basketball team. Of course, another tough week for them. The women went on the road to Missouri, not in their normal fashion, blowing folks out, but they get the win anyhow. And then, of course, we want to do some football as well. So this is kind of an all-inclusive with Brian Hand of Spurs and Feathers as he joins me every single week. Brian, let's start with the men's basketball team. Of course, good win, beating Alabama at home, and then, of course, going down to Auburn, and things didn't work out so well. But you know, just watching social media and listening to some folks out there, it's amazing how the fan base is kind of fluctuating. We're excited or not excited. What are you hearing on your website?
A little bit of both. I think that's really, I think you just hit the nail on the head. I mean, everybody was really excited after Alabama. I think they thought the tide was turned. It's part of the speech, but I think they thought it was going to go that way. And then Auburn. But let's be honest. Anytime you go on the road in the SEC, you shouldn't win. They were sold out at Auburn. I mean, it's tough. You're lucky if you get those wins. South Carolina has an opportunity to win that game, and that's why Frank Martin was a little discouraged after the game, because you know you had the chance to win that game, you just couldn't get it done.
And that's all still, I think, a part of growing up and maturing and going on the road. You said, regardless, you can look at the records, you can toss it out. Bruce Pearl been around, you know, a lot of great years in the SEC, and you know he's going to build that program back. But when you look at the overall from being around the team, the confidence is still there? Yeah,
you could see after the game, you know, I was at Auburn, and you could see after the game they were really discouraged, which is what you want to see. They felt like that was their game, and they let it go away. Not that Auburn won the game. They lost the game. And that was the way you felt, and that's what you wanted to see. And they were pretty hyped, and then, you know, today at the press conferences, they were pretty excited about, you know, the steps. They know what's got to be done. It's just going out there and actualizing it.
The women, of course, again, they went to Mizzou, and Mizzou fought them and battled them. And of course, you know, and you said, again, even with the women basketball conference is tough. And to go on the road, you ranked number one. Everybody wants a piece of you. They struggled a little bit, but found a way to win in that ball game as well.
Yeah, and that's why I always say it's not about who South Carolina's playing, mostly the SEC play on the women's side. It's about South Carolina getting better. And Missouri, you know, packed it in. They did a little rinky-dink defensive, kind of did some things that South Carolina didn't expect. But credit to South Carolina, you know, you had the pushing and shoving going on. It was a little chippy. South Carolina stayed within themselves and pulled away at the end. You know, even if they didn't play their best, they still found a way to win. And that's why Don always says, you know, that we're just working on us. There are going to be some games. Texas A&M's coming up. UConn's coming up. There are going to be some games where they're going to be playing the opponent. But there's going to be a lot of games where they're just trying to work on the little things to get better throughout the year.
And I think, you know, when you talk about, you want those tough games. I remember hearing John Calipari talk about it with his young Kentucky basketball team. You know, listen, he said, I like the overtime games. I like the tough games. It helps build character, helps these kids mature, and it's going to help them down the stretch, no doubt about it. But I look forward to see, of course, tonight, the women down in Florida. So we'll have highlights and stuff later on in the show. Finally, with football, again, they get a good commit. They lost a guy, but they get a kid from California, originally from Alabama, but a three-star safety.
Yeah, and Torrey Bird, you know, he kind of fills a need. Kid that originally was going to Boise State, been in a couple junior colleges, wasn't on the radar before, but will probably come in and compete for playing time right off the bat. And, you know, to me, if you were planning to go to Boise State, you're probably a pretty good football player, so a good get for the Gamecock.
No doubt about that. All right, well, don't go anywhere because you got to stay here.
Yeah, I have to.
For Chalk Talk.
Yeah.
Chalk Talk coming up after WACH Fox News at 10. Brian Hand and the Captain Kerry Rich. We got a lot of basketball to get into, so stay tuned. WACH Fox News at 10 shall return in just a moment.